Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Aisling. I am 19 years old. I'm from Australia and I live in the US. Basically that's my life. So as you can probably already tell by the title of today's video, I am doing a story time of literally the scariest probably day in my entire life. Okay, so basically this happened like, I want to say, well, I've been in the US for a year and this is when I was in Australia, so probably close to 2 years ago. Yeah, probably 2 years ago. I was in my house alone, and basically like I had this thing, and I still do, right? I love scaring people, and like if someone's like gonna like walk into a room that I'm in, or if it's like dark or something, I love just like jumping out of nowhere and like rah rah, like I don't know, I just love it. Like if I have so much satisfaction of like scaring people and getting like a good reaction out of them. So anyway, I was in my house alone, and I was in the kitchen, and I'm pretty sure like all the lights were off pretty much. It was kind of late at night. It was probably about 10 o'clock. Yeah, and I was in the kitchen and I think I was just like getting a snack or something. I don't even remember what I was doing. And then I heard like my front door, and basically like whenever we were home, like if we were expecting someone else to come home, we'd like have the front door like sometimes unlocked but not always. So like my whole family, like we'd always like test the door before like getting our keys out and unlocking it, because like why would you get your keys out if you don't have to? So I heard like the door like rattle, like seeing if it was unlocked or not, and I was like, oh cool, it's just like my brother Seamus, like he's just coming home. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna scare him. So I'm like in my kitchen and it's like the counter, and I'm like on one side of like the kitchen counter, and so I like duck down, I'm like crouching down and like waiting for him to come in, and I like just heard like the rattle of the door, and then I was just like waiting there, and I was like I'm like used to that sound, then followed by like a key in the door, but then I was like not hearing the key part, and I was just like weird. But I don't know, like it was my brother. I was like, oh, he's probably just gone back to his car to like get something out. So I just kind of like waited there, and then I was waiting for like probably a minute, and I was like, what's going on? Like this is getting a bit shady. So this is when I was like, I think I first probably was like, what's going on here? Like, is this someone in my house, like someone that's meant to be at my house or not? So I like walk, so we had like our front door and like our living room, and then there was like a wall and our kitchen. So I was on the other side, but our living room's right here next to the front door. So and you can get into that living room via both sides, and because it's like at the front of our house next to the front door, you can like see out, like that's where our front windows are at the house. So like, okay, I'll just like go and suss out like the front windows. So like I went from like, because like the front door is like glass, so someone could see in and see me. So I like went around the other side, not the side to the front door. I went around the other side to look at the windows, through the window, sorry, from like this side of my house. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but I like walk around and I'm like trying to like look over like this direction towards the front door, and I like couldn't see anything. And like the first thing I was looking for was like my brother's truck, because I was like, if it was him that was like rattling my front door, then he'd like be in the driveway, because we didn't park our cars in the garage. So yeah, there was like, his truck wasn't there, and I was just like, that's when I was like, oh my god. And that's when I like fully was like freaking out. I was just like, oh my god, like there was someone like trying to get into my house and he's not here, like it's not my brother. And mum was at like this concert thing or something. She was like, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like something like a show or concert that didn't end until a certain time. So I did try texting and calling her, and she wouldn't pick up, which I was like not surprised, because I knew that she probably wouldn't. So I was like, oh my god. And then I was like freaking out, and then I was like just sitting like kind of like crouched down looking out this window, like what is going on right now. Like I knew that I'd heard that like rattle like this. That's what we always did before we came into our house, like to see if it was unlocked or not. And we had like a dodgy door as well, so like you like had to rattle it to open it. Like it wasn't just like a test it once or twice, like even when you used a key you still had to like rattle it to open it. So that's like why I was like, yeah, like it's just him. Anyway, so yeah, I was like crouching down and I was like, oh my god, like I'm really freaking out now. Like there's no truck, no sign of anyone I know. And then it just like, this just made it 10 times worse. My dog, I see my dog like running around past the window, and like this is the front of my house. Like my dog is locked in the backyard. Locked in the backyard. Like this is where shit got real. Okay, and I was just like, what? Like, sorry? Like my dog has been let out. And yeah, that was just like really scary because we had, so at my old house, like this is all my old house where I used to live, we had like 2 gates to get into our backyard, and one was on like this side of my house, one was on this side, and the one on this side was like, sometimes we'd like not shut it properly and the dog would get out, but like he'd get out straight away. Like he knew if you didn't shut it properly, so he'd like literally run out within like 10 minutes of it not being shut. But no one had used that gate. Like I'd been home all afternoon by myself and I hadn't used that gate. And like, I'm telling you now, it does not take my dog, it doesn't take anyone's dog 5 hours or however long to realize that a gate is open and they can escape. So I was like, oh my god, like what is going on? And yeah, like so my dog, I just saw my dog running and I was like, I know he hasn't escaped through like this gate, and the other gate is like really hard to open. Like you'd never purposely like leave it shut or anything, I mean open. So then I saw my dog and I was like, holy shit, like someone has literally gone into my backyard. Like this is when I like really was like, what is going on? And I literally was like, oh my god, like I need to get my dog, like I need to save him. And so I like ran over to my front door. I was like, Maxie, my dog is Max. I was like, Maxie, I was like, come here. And I like scooped him up, shut my front door, locked it straight away. And then I didn't know what to do, so I literally just like ran with him in my arms into my bedroom. I shut the door. I don't have a lock in my bedroom door, so I was like, come on, like mum, I need a lock. Like why have I not had a lock for the last 18 years of my life? Like come on. So I was like, oh, like I'll just shut my door, and then I like closed my curtains up, and I was like just sitting there with my dog, and by this point I was like starting to cry. And then I have a private story on Snapchat, and I like had put something on it that I was crying and I was like really freaked out. And my friend, oh my god, bless you Ella, my friend saw it and she called me and she was like, oh, like pal, like what's going on, like are you okay? And by this point I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, you know, you're just in tears. That was like a dog panting, that was not someone crying. But yeah, I was crying, like I was hardcore bawling my eyes out. I was so scared, and I'm like holding on to my dog because that's like all I had. And I was like on the phone to her and she's like, oh, I'm coming around now. And she had been in the same situation as me before, so she knew exactly like what I was feeling and what was going through my head and stuff. So she just knew, and she's like, I'm coming over, like stay on the phone to me. She actually literally lived like a street away from me, but she wasn't at her house, so she came over from my friend's house, probably like a 5-minute drive. And I stayed on the phone to her and she's like, I'm coming like up the driveway now, like I'm gonna beat my horn, because like if someone was like expecting, like if someone was like in my backyard or anything, because at this point I still wasn't like 100% sure. She's like, if I beat my horn, like, and she had someone else with her as well, which was good because she wasn't alone. She's like, I'm just gonna beat my horn as I drive into the driveway, because like surely that'd like freak someone out and like they leave if there was someone at my house, because would you not leave if you were breaking into someone's house and someone came and beeped a horn? Yes. You shouldn't break into someone's house to start with, but yes. So I just like remember hearing her car like bit like honking away, and like nothing kind of happened. So she stayed in her car talking to me, and then she was like, okay, like we're gonna come inside, can you come to the front door? And I was literally so scared. Like I didn't want to leave my room, like I was so scared. So I like had my dog, I'm still crying, and I like just opened the door from my room, and I just remember like sprinting straight to the front door, like they're not gonna get me. And yeah, and like also, can I just mention, sorry, I'm like the worst at telling stories. There was like not just the front door you can get through to my house. Like in my old house there was like a back door, like a laundry door. Like I didn't know if I had locked those doors or not. I mean, most of the time they were, but I was like, but what if they're not locked for some weird reason? Like I don't know. So that's also why I was freaking out in my bedroom, because it's like someone could literally come through one of those doors if they are unlocked. But again, I wasn't sure. And all our blinds were open in like our living space and stuff, so if someone was in my backyard they could see everything. So that's why I was like scared to come out of my room. So anyway, she came, she's like, come to the front door, like let us in, her and her friend, shout out to Monica. And yeah, I let them in, and then they were like, oh pal, like are you okay and stuff? And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. Like this whole time I was like, I could just be overreacting, like maybe no one came into my house. But how did like the dog get out? Why did I hear like the rattling of the door? Like nothing was adding up. Like someone had to be in my house. So then I went to we like went into like the living area where you could see into our backyard, and that is when I noticed that the side gate was open. And this was like a side gate that like doesn't just open in the wind, like doesn't just like, it's like a gate you have to force open. It's like a really hard gate because it's like one of those ones that like has like the lock, but like you have to like force it open because the hole is cut wrong for the gate thing. Like you have to like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically like that thing doesn't open unless you put effort into opening it, and it was open. Oh my god, I feel like I was just at a really like intense part of the story and my camera just ran out of space. Sorry guys. But continuing on, my back gate was open, and that's when I was like, wow, there's someone in my backyard right now. And my friends are like, no, 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 like it's fine, like it's fine, like let's just like kind of scream out. So my friend like opened the back just like door to our like backyard, just like get out, like just in case like there was someone there, or like I don't know, I don't even know if that's what she was saying, but she was like screaming something out to like scare any potential people off. And then I'd called my mum so many times, and she eventually like came home, and my friends were still there because I was like, I'm not leaving me alone in this house until someone else gets home. So yeah, my mum came home, and then like I was kind of like alright until the next morning. So it just gets better. The next morning, so like obviously my mum came home, like I told her like everything that happened and like how I was freaked out and everything, and she was like, oh, like it's fine, like it probably was nothing, like I don't know, like she didn't really believe me. And I was like sis, you had to be here, like this shit was real, okay? Anyway, mum didn't really believe me, I don't think, until she got up the next morning, went outside, was doing something outside, and we had a door stopper. Is that what you call them? I don't know if that's what they're called. We had like one of those things that you like put on the gate to like keep it open, like if we were like gardening and like running stuff out between the front yard and the backyard, like to keep the gate open, like one of those things. And it was like this duck, and it was like always just against the wall, and it's like it's like a door stopper, so it's like obviously heavy, like it is to hold a door in its place. And the duck door stopper was moved onto the like off the pavement, like there was like a walkway, like a sidewalk, that the gate like went onto. So like here's the gate, and then there's like a sidewalk, and then there's like grass over here. The duck had moved all the way off the, like against the wall on the sidewalk, all the way onto the grass. So like 2 meters / 6 feet. Like speechless, I have no words. Like a duck door walk, oh my god, what am I saying, door stopper does not just move itself 6 feet, and it was like standing up too. Like it's not even like it blew over, which like how would something that heavy even blow over anyway, because it's like not windy or anything at this time. And it's just like moved, but it's still standing upright, and like no one ever touches that stupid duck. Like we barely even use the gate. So like the duck doesn't move, and the duck was moved, okay? Like the duck was moved. Like this was like, that's when mum I think was like, okay, maybe I kind of believe you now, like maybe something did happen. So yeah, that's my story, guys. So I guess we'll never know if something did actually happen or not, but yeah, I mean, I live in a house with security cameras now, so I'm just like, hell yeah. And honestly, if I ever live by myself, I will 110% have security cameras. That is like a must for me, especially if I was living by myself. So yeah, comment down below what you guys think. Do you think that someone broke into my house? Like, is there enough evidence for this? Well, like not into my house. I don't believe anyone tried, well, I believe someone tried to get into my house, but I don't believe they came in my house. I believe that there was someone in my backyard though, because there's like way too many things weird things that happened, that like it's not just a coincidence. I really don't believe that. Like I believe someone was in my backyard, but at the same time I'm like, I can't actually say that because I don't have like concrete evidence. Or do I? I don't know. Like I kind of have evidence, it's just not like proving anything, I guess. But yeah, that is the story of basically the scariest day of my life, getting broken into my house when I was home alone. Like, trust me, you never want that to happen to you, because I actually just died inside, and I'm already like a on edge like anxious person with stuff like that. So yeah, never again, fingers crossed. But anyway guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this story time, and now that it's all over and happened and everything, we can all have a laugh about it, because like now I'm just like, yeah, like kind of whatever. Like it's not like I'm not crying talking about it or anything crazy, but yeah, like it's a good story to tell, I feel. So I thought I'd share it with you guys because I don't know, I love watching stories like this on other people's channels, so I thought I'd share my own. And I'm not like a story time person because not that many like crazy things happen to me in my life. I don't think so. Yeah, I thought I'd share the one crazy story that has happened to me in my life. So there you guys go. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye guys, thanks for watching.